Yo, this is Ben Cubbage from Elevated Trips, and this week we're in Dali in Yunnan province. This is one of the most beautiful places in all of China, and probably the cutest and most beautiful city that I've ever been to in my 15 years of living in China. Come with us this week as we explore Dali and Yunnan province, and particularly the Three Pagodas. Three Pagodas is certainly probably the most iconic symbol of all of Dali, and some would say maybe even all of Yunnan province. And this is an amazing cultural symbol of Dali. We're at the entrance of the Chongsheng Temple and the Three Pagodas. So this is probably one of the most major tourist destinations of all of Dali. You can see the pagoda right behind me there. This pagoda is a series of three pagodas that actually represent the Han Buddhist architecture from the Tang Dynasty in the AD 600 to 700. So this is the Tang Dynasty, and this is Han Buddhist, not Tibetan Buddhist. But the significant thing about this pagoda is that it is about 70 meters tall, about 69 meters tall. That's 227 feet tall. That is a huge pagoda, making it the largest Han Buddhist structure in all of China. Okay, so I'm walking up the entryway here. We're about 5 minutes past the ticket gate. The tickets are about 75 Chinese renminbi per adult and 37 renminbi per kid. And then on top of that, there's an additional 35 renminbi for the little public park golf cart. We've opted not to take the golf cart, but just instead to do some walking. This is a very, very long park. I think it's a few kilometers long, so you may, in fact, want to take the golf cart if you want to get to the very, very far end. We probably won't get that far, but we're going to explore by foot and see what these pagodas are all about. Just about 5 minutes into the park. Once you buy your entrance ticket, there is ice cream, coffee, Chinese snacks, milk tea. So there's a couple little snack places here. You can buy a few things in the park. We happen to skip lunch, so we're gonna grab a little snack and then head into the pagodas. Oh, it is coming down raining. It was like sunny 5 minutes ago, but in July in Yunnan province, you never know. You get a lot of rain in July, August. So this whole square was full, probably 200 people, 300 people just a minute ago, and the rain just started coming down super duper hard. Probably one of those really fast kind of afternoon rains. When you're in Yunnan, do expect some rain. That's why it's called one of the mushroom capitals, because it is a very wet place. The Three Pagodas Temple, or literally translated in Chinese as Santa Si, located at the foot of the Cangshan Mountains and near the famous Erhai Lake. Erhai Lake is seated right in the heart of Dali, Yunnan. This is a breathtaking stretch of crystal clear water, framed by snow-capped mountains and charming Bai villages. Cycling or scootering along its scenic shores reveals endless photo-worthy spots. Fishermen casting their nets at sunrise, traditional wooden boats drifting lazily, and fields of vibrant flowers swaying in the breeze. Along the way, you can stop at quaint cafes and lakeside tea houses, sip locally roasted coffee, and take in the serene beauty that makes Erhai Lake one of China's most captivating highland lakes. Wow, look at this. As we're walking through this little kind of forested path area, just the rain is kind of flickering off these last falling raindrops coming from the tree branches. It has this really mystical, magical feel. Wow, it has totally gotten clear, and now we can see Erhai Lake just a few kilometers behind us. What a beautiful view. One thing I really like about this Three Pagodas park is that it's actually designed to be like a park. You know, there's just a lot of green spaces, green areas. It's several kilometers long, so you may want to take the golf cart, but I just enjoy really walking around the green areas and seeing the beautiful cedars and trees and grasses. Very refreshing. Something we don't have a lot where I live in Tibet, because I live at such a high altitude. There's just no green grass and no greenery there. Absolutely stunning. Chongsheng Temple, the largest of 3 temples here. This is 1,200 years old. Imagine building something like that with no modern architecture, no modern construction. I mean, just an absolute testament to how amazing the Chinese were back then. This particular temple was first built to counteract what was thought to be evil water spirits that were flooding and damaging the area. And on top, there's actually a golden phoenix. You can't quite see it, but if you were to go all the way up there, you'd see this golden phoenix, which helps protect against the water natural disasters. So basically, this temple was built as kind of a protection against natural forces and flooding and natural disasters. The pagoda is actually thought to have over 10,000 Buddha statues in it originally, so that is quite a lot of Buddhas, over 60 meters. But the pagodas are actually just the start of the park. They're within the first 500 meters, and then you keep going back several kilometers, and there's many, many temples that you can see. So you can spend at least 2 to 3 hours in this park. It's a great half-day activity, and it's only 1.5 kilometers from the Dali Old Town, or Dali Gucheng, which I highly recommend you visit. Great place for dinner, lunch, snacks, street food. So make sure you check out the Three Pagodas, spend a couple hours here, and then head on over to the Old Town for dinner. Okay, we're actually inside one of these temples here. This is quite different than what I'm used to as I travel in Tibet, where you go inside a temple and it's very quiet and dark with lots of Tibetan sacred paintings. Here they've actually turned the whole inside of the temple into kind of a touristy gift shop, so which is good if you're looking for souvenirs, but doesn't quite feel as authentic as it would, had they restored the original temple to its original purpose. Okay, although this temple has been turned into a gift shop and tea tasting house, you can actually climb right up to the 3rd and 4th floors, and you have an incredible view looking right at Cangshan, just a few kilometers away. This is the original bell from the temple, and wow, this thing is about 3 meters tall, super huge. Let me show you the bell ringer. It's this huge piece of wood. It's like a giant log. Yunnan province is certainly one of the most recommended provinces to visit as a traveler. It really has it all. It has street food markets, and if you want to see me doing some street food and eating a live tarantula, check that out in a video description below, and it has ethnicities, it has culture, it has temples, everything from rainforests in the south where it borders Vietnam and Laos, all the way up to Tibetan culture and snowy mountains in the north. This is a very, very diverse province, not only ethnically, but in a sense of biodiversity, in a sense of landscape, in a sense of culture. This is, I mean, it just has it all. If you're looking for food, culture, people, mountains, hiking, Yunnan is definitely a must visit on my list, and I highly recommend you come here.